Hey, what up? I was inspired to just turn on the recorder because I'm playing some music, and I wanted to share a brief update that I'm starting to actually record my original music. I'm starting to build out multi-track sessions in Apple GarageBand, and I'm pretty stoked. So here's today's music, but this is just an original. This is going to turn into, it is a song, but it's going to be a real song eventually here. This is just instrumental. This is an idea that's been with me for like 30 years and has gradually evolved. 30 years ago, I'm sure it was much more ornate with all this extra stuff because I felt that I needed to overcompensate. So I went overboard, and turned everything up to 11. As a matter of fact, I'm noticing that in my life, that the video game stuff and the kid stuff that I like, it's transforming more into the background. Instead of being on high heat, it's simmer, and just a life thing. But check it out. Here's some peaceful, mellow, original music on a Friday. Let that sink in. Jesus, that's nice. I'm a big fan of suspensions and in chords. Let's kind of qualify that a little bit. I love playing around with dissonance and assonance. Are you an ass? No, but I'm assonant. Colin Hay, one of my heroes, loves this open B minor 7-ish chord. He uses it in Overkill. And I love the ambiguity of the A chord because you can change its tonality instantly, You can be like just A major. But then with just dropping your finger, now you've got A7, And then Steve Forbert, who I've mentioned before on these YouTube videos, has given me, and Jim Croce, a lot of the circular ideas. Like, I could do those circulars all day. Musical mandalas. And Jim Croce's all about that. Steve Forbert, at least in Romeo's tune, is. And that informs a lot of my sensibilities, like doing augmentations, and also modulation between major and minor. So it's this piece, it really feels like a Lego project built brick by brick over 30 years. And basically, it's interesting. You'd see time and quality maybe measured, where you'd see over time the quality goes like this and the complexity goes down, so it looks like an X. So the music's become, believe it or not, simpler rather than more complex, but it's much more meaningful in this simpler format. Funny, this is one of those songs that Zoe always recognizes. Her favorite part is that it's probably going to be the chorus. I don't know. How does it go? It's one of those, it's a funny thing that you'll learn if you take up the guitar, that as you go from memorization and just the physical hill to climb, developing finger calluses and getting used to pinching strings and holding them down. And you'll get a great workout doing so on an acoustic guitar for sure. But anyway, you'll find that eventually you start to develop a muscle memory. And especially if you do take the time to learn the theory behind the playing, behind the practice, you start to build a pretty complex neural network, for lack of a better term. So you'll find you can look at a piece of sheet music or a chord sheet and just be like, yeah, okay, no problem. You know the chords, so therefore you know the shapes. And some guitarists will stop just learning the root shapes down at the nut. And that's totally cool. But then when you go beyond and start doing different varieties, the different octaves and so on, then things build and they evolve. Simple as that. All right, see ya. Bye.